Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. It's been a while since we did a definite integral, so I thought, let's pull one out of the hat. We have integral from 0 to rad 3 over 2 of 4x squared dx over 1 minus x squared raised to the 3 halves. So hopefully it's no surprise we're going to use trig sub. And the substitution that we need to use, since we have a constant minus the variable quantity squared, is sine theta. So we're going to go ahead, let x equal sine theta, and then that means dx is cosine theta d theta. And then we also need to change our limits of integration. So these limits belong to the variable of the original integral, which is x. That means I'm going to substitute in rad 3 over 2 and 0 for x, and then solve for theta. So we have rad 3 over 2 equals sine theta, and then 0 equals sine theta. When is sine theta rad 3 over 2? When theta is pi over 3. And then when is sine 0? When theta is 0. If you struggle with changing your limits of integration when you're doing u sub versus trig sub, you are not alone, and I have a video just for you. So I will link it up here in the top right. Go check it out if you need to practice that. If not, we're moving on. So now my new integral is going to go from 0 to pi over 3. I have 4 times x squared is going to be sine squared theta. And then dx is cosine theta d theta over 1 minus x squared, so that's 1 minus sine squared theta to the 3 halves. Good? Okay, now we just got to clean up. So what is this? 0 to pi over 3. Let me take the 4 out. Sine squared theta, cosine theta, d theta. Now remember, 1 minus sine squared theta, that's cosine squared theta. But then that's being raised to the 3 halves power. So cosine squared theta raised to the 3 halves, we multiply these exponents. 2 times 3 halves is just going to give me 3. So now I've got cosine cubed theta in the denominator. Beautiful. I can cancel out a cosine from the numerator, and then I just have cosine squared theta down there. So here we have now 4, integral from 0 to pi over 3. Sine squared theta over cosine squared theta, that's tangent squared theta, d theta. Do we know the antiderivative of tangent squared theta? Not right off the bat, but I can use a Pythagorean identity and rewrite tangent squared theta as exactly secant squared theta minus 1. And I do know the antiderivative of secant squared, and I certainly know the antiderivative of 1. So we're going to be left with tangent theta minus, very good, just theta from 0 to pi over 3. And then now let's go ahead, evaluate everything. So we have 4 times tangent of pi over 3 minus pi over 3 minus tangent of 0, that's just 0. And then again, 0 for theta is 0. So lower limit's just going to give me 0. And then tangent of pi over 3. So I just always think to myself, it's sine of pi over 3 over cosine of pi over 3. Rad 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So it's just going to be rad 3 minus pi over 3. And then, yeah, let's distribute the 4, right? I think it'll look better. 4 rad 3 minus 4 pi over 3. And that concludes your integral of the day. Did you get it right? Yes? If you made a little boo-boo, just pay attention to why, because it's always an opportunity to learn and see what sort of errors you tend to make, and then you can be on high alert in the future and make sure you don't make them again, especially on an exam. So when I was studying, and I recommend this for a lot of my students as well, when you make a mistake, don't erase your work completely, leave it there, exit out, make a note why it was wrong. That way you can look back and see, oh yeah, this didn't work out because I did this. And it's all just building experience and pattern recognition. That way in the future you see a similar problem, you know what not to repeat, and then you know what is helpful. But if you just keep erasing your work or throwing away things that don't work out, you don't have that collection of experiences to build on. Okay, so that's my little advice tip for you. Look at that. Study tips for free from Math with Professor V. I dish it all out. Anyways, if you need to review trig sub or any of your other integration techniques, then I have so many videos for you. Go to the Calculus 2 video lectures playlist. You can also just run through this whole playlist, integral of the day, and just hone your integration techniques in, fine tune them, get ready for your school's integration bee if they have one. And if you're in Calc 1, Calc 3, whatever else, then I have video lectures on every single topic in the course. Everything's organized into the playlist. And also please follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Math with Professor V. Did I say thumbs up and subscribe? You know what to do. I'll see you guys sooner than later. Bye.